for we are to God the fragrance of Christ. 2 Corinthians 2 verse 15.
Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Tokwe and this is Top Notes by Tokwe. So if today is the first time you're seeing my face, I'm a fragrance reviewer, and if you love fragrance related content, click the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so that you are always notified when I upload a new video. Today in the video, I'm here to share with you 3 Paris Corner fragrances and review them with you. So if you're interested in knowing which fragrances, without much ado, let's get into the video. Today I have 3 Paris Corner fragrances I want to share with you, and it is the 3 fragrances from the Cur line. So I have the Cur here, which is the original Cur. I have the Cur Pistachio, and then I have the Cur Fusion here. Okay, so these are 3 fragrances that have Paris Corner has launched not too long ago. These fragrances are all dupes of other fragrances, and I haven't experience the dupes, but I'm going to tell you about these fragrances on their own, and and I'll also share what they're dupes of. And how I'm going to review this is I'm going to review from the one that I find is not one that I'm really enjoying, and then to the one that I think I really enjoy. Okay, so I'm going to start first at the bottom. I'm going to start with this right here, which is the Paris Corner Cur Pistachio. Okay, and the Cur Pistachio has notes of so if I'm looking down, I'm looking at my laptop, so that's what I'm doing. So it has notes of one second, finding the notes. Yep, so this is a beautiful fragrance that starts off. Let me spray it, try and see if I have fragrance anywhere on me. Great. Okay, I didn't tell you my scent of the day today. My scent of the day today happens to be one of these scents, which is the Cur Original, this one. So that's what I'm wearing today. I'm wearing Cur Original. It kind of matches. I think this one, Cur Pistachio, would have matched my dress, my boo-boo, better, but somehow I went for this one. So I'm wearing Cur itself. So this one has top notes of bergamot, pistachio, gelato. It has sweet rum, cardamom, and then the middle it has geranium, peony, miglet. It has jasmine, raspberry, white peach, and then it has pear. At the base it has whipped cream, marshmallow, cotton candy, Turkish delight accord, cacao. It has cedarwood, it has sandalwood, and then it has tonka. Okay, so wow, this is a very nice scent. This one, even before I talk, it's at the bottom because I struggle with the pistachio note. So I generally have never liked pistachio because as a nut, pistachios confuse me. Nuts are usually either toasted or they're brown. They're usually green and either dried or toasted to give it the nuttiness, but this is always green. And I think the only time that I have encountered pistachio is in the Turkish dessert. Let me find the name of the dessert. There's a Turkish dessert that has pistachio in it. So that is how I have second. Yep, so I was right. It's the baklava. That is the only time, the pistachio baklava. It's a colleague of mine made some recently around, I think in March, and that's the only time I have experienced pistachio. And I think I struggle with the pistachio notes generally. That's where I am with this. So this starts off very nice. It starts off with a very sweet, creamy green. The greenness of the pistachio stands out, so it comes off like that. It starts off green and creamy, very nice. And then it begins to get a bit like it starts to come in with a sweetness, and I think the sweetness and the creaminess could be from the whipped cream and then also the cotton candy. So it's sweet. It's the pistachio is sweet. Starts off sweet pistachio with a sweetness, a very good sweetness and creaminess, and then it's almost milky because I guess the gelato has a milk base and the whipped cream, so it's slightly lactonic. It's creamy, and then it begins to grow into like it has a slight warm spiciness to it, and I think that's the cardamom. And remember, the cardamom is green, so it picks up the warm, spicy yet greenness to it, and then it's so beautiful. It begins to get this almost like this fragrance goes into a journey. Starts off green with the pistachio gelato at the top, with sweetness coming from the cotton candy and also from the whipped cream, and also an added creaminess. It stays like that for about 45 minutes. As it goes through the 45 minutes to the first hour to 2 hours, the scent begins to get a slight warmth and a slight deepness from the cardamom, giving it like a beautiful warmth that I really, really enjoy. I don't get that. I don't get this. There's this slight bit of, it's not so boozy, but just the sweet rum gives it just slight bit of booziness, not too much, which balances out the sweetness in my opinion. And then it begins to get that warm spiciness together with that slight booziness of the cardamom getting into it. And then the scent begins to get into, like, takes a journey where it becomes a bit thick. Okay, I'll say thick and almost syrupy. And this is, it's the added, you know, like body. Let me say it gets body from the it gets body from the tonka. The tonka adds a bit of bodiness to it, like a fragrance, like what a vanilla would do to a fragrance. Okay, it adds that body to it, and then it begins to get slight woodiness, and there's this added creaminess to it and almost added gourmandness to it, and that's the Turkish Delight Accord, and then also the cacao there. So it gets this, that's body that I'm talking about, from the Turkish Delight, from the cacao, and from the tonka, and then an added creaminess from the sandalwood. So that's how it stays. So at the end, it begins to become this nice, edible, creamy, you know, there's always that greenness of the pistachio almost staying through the entire journey of this fragrance, but there's this body of like beautiful dessert. So this is a very literal scent. If you're somebody that doesn't like a literal scent, a scent that smells almost edible, you don't go for this scent, because this scent is literal, like you smell like a dessert. Okay, so you smell like something edible. I would say that this scent is, it's because of the woody and the heavy, you know, deepened nature that I get. I can't say it might, some male might like it, but I would say this is straightforward, a feminine scent. I personally don't like it because it's quite edible and could become almost cloying, like it becomes too sweet. It smells almost edible. It smells very literal, and sometimes it almost makes me nauseous because of the lactonicness of the, and the creaminess of the whipped cream and the pistachio gelato. It almost feels like you spilled an ice cream or an edible dessert on yourself. So I think that I'll still play with this a bit. For projection, this is a very great scent. It projects for about 2 hours. It has a sillage. It has a medium sillage, I'll say an arm's length, so it wouldn't so much fill a room, but it will leave a beautiful scent trail around you. I would say that longevity is quite good on this. It did almost I wore it for a whole day to work. It did almost 6 to 7 hours. I mean, after the 3rd to 4th hour, it had become a very beautiful scent bubble around me, but it was nice. I enjoyed it. It was really a great scent. But what I would say is that it's not my cup of tea. I don't like gourmands. I have specific gourmands. I'm just really beginning to like florals and gourmands. So this one, I would like to play with it a bit, because I realized that, I don't know if I oversprayed. I did 15 to 16 sprays. And then I think at a certain point during my lunch break, I topped up with another 4 sprays, making it 20 sprays in total. So I don't know if that added to me, I oversprayed it. And I wore it this in a cool spring day with a, flashes of sunlight here and there. So I don't know if that added to it being overpowering and glowing. But this is Cur Pistachio. The second one, and number 2, based off how I like it, is the Cur Fusion. Oh, and this is a dupe of Kayali's Yum Pistachio. Okay, and then I'm going to go to the second one, which is this one, which is supposed to be a dupe of Kayali's lychee. let me find the name. Yep, so this is Eden Sparkling Lychee 39's dupe. Okay, that is what this is supposed to be. So this is the Fusion. Some people call it Fusion Lychee, but it's just Fusion, and it has notes of blackcurrant, red apple, lychee, Italian lemon at the top. It has jasmine, it has jasmine sambac, it has candied violet, it has damask rose, it has sandalwood, it has cedarwood, it has musk, and it has vanilla at the bottom. Okay, and I'm going to spritz this here. This one I really like. So this smells like a sparkling when, like, let's say you have sparkling water, just regular sparkling water, and you pour in a bag of Haribo wine gummy bears into it. So it smells like when you open a gummy bear, but with a sparkling or carbonated effect to it. It smells like a gummy bear. So it has, you are not, I'm not picking up one particular fruit, but a mix of, like, it's a burst of fruits, but it doesn't smell like real fruit. It smells like almost, you know how it has that flavored artificial fruit kind of thing to it, which is very interesting. My children love this scent, to be honest. So it's, you get, you know, definitely the apple, I pick up the apple a bit, and then somewhat the blackcurrant, you know, and then I pick up something like orange. So, but I want to believe it's the lemon there, that, you know, with the mix of it, there's a citrus burst to it, but it's just really sparkle, bright, uplifting. It's a tad bit sweet, definitely because of the candied violets, but it's a tad bit sweet. It's not overpowering sweet. It's just like how, you know, when you use corn syrup to sweeten something, not like overpowering, it's not sugary sweet, it's just sweetened, you know. And it's so beautiful. This scent is so bright and uplifting. Like, if you wear it, you're going to be happy. It's just really bright. It has this youthfulness to it, almost juvenileness to it, because this really appeals to my daughters, I guess, because of the gummy bear feel that it has to it. My daughters really love it. It has that appeal to them, and I find that it gets, at the end, it gets slightly bit woody with a touch of vanilla in it, and that's what it is. It doesn't really develop. This is almost linear. It starts off as a bright uplifting scent, you know, with that burst of beautiful synthetic fruitiness to it, and then it begins to develop into, you know, with some citrusness to it. It just begins to get, in the mid, it gets slightly sweet, but still keeping that brightness and, you know, that bubbliness that it has. And then it would then become almost slightly, you know, creamy because of the vanilla, and then slight powderiness to it and woodiness. That's just what it does at the end, but keeping the fruitiness at the top. It just gets that woody and powderiness at the top. I'll say that this project, for about the first hour to hour and a half, it doesn't have a huge scent sillage, you know, it doesn't fill a room. I'll say that this one too has an arm's length. The longevity on this one wasn't, I guess, because of that sparkliness, it didn't last so much. It did about 5 hours, but I think it's good. 5 to 6 hours was really good. It left a beautiful scent trail. Again, I find that this is a nice scent. It could be unisex, but I find that it leans more feminine. It's a much more feminine leaning one. I would say that, even though I say this is unisex, I would say this leans about let's say 60% feminine, 40% masculine. If you're masculine, you're a guy that you love this kind of scent, you know, profile, you would enjoy this one. But if you don't like this kind of scent profile, you may not enjoy it. I find that this would appeal more to people of a much younger age or younger demographic. But if for a much matured, you know, demographic, I'll say this would do well for maybe summer, late spring, you know, early summer, late autumn, where it's getting cold but it's still hot during the day, kind of, and late summer, you know, early autumn, that kind of a thing. But it's it's a really nice scent if you like it, and I like it. It's uplifting. You know, can see that I have a bit of a dent in it, as you can see, but it's not like a huge dent or anything like that. So that's it for the one. And then the one that I have at the top of all this for me is going to be the Khair Original. This is it's supposed to be a dupe of Giza's Imperial Valley. Giza is a Middle Eastern, slightly high-end fragrance house. So that is Giza's Imperial Valley at 200 ml of it. I'm going to put all the ones I've mentioned of dupes. I'll put a dupe so you see what it looks like. Retails for, I think, 142 pounds, and this retails for 42 pounds. So I mean, you know, it's no brainer. So this is my favorite, and the Khair Original. It has notes of Divana, Italian bergamot, pink pepper, white amber, African rosemary, oud, leather, and Haitian vetiver. Okay, so it's my scent of the day, so why not? Let me just drench myself in it again. Okay, so this, oh gosh, I love it. It starts off very citrusy because of the bergamot and the pink pepper, so it has this burst of citrusiness, and the Divana comes in and gives it sweetness, because Divana is almost like a sweet fruity vibe. So this starts with a sweet citrusy fruity vibe at the top, okay, and then this goes on for about 45 minutes, and after 45 minutes the African rosemary begins to come in, giving it this almost spearmint, pine needles kind of feel. So it's almost like green, yet a bit more spicy, but fresh spiciness to it, which is very beautiful. I don't really get the oud, and you find that this is layered on the back of a bit of woodiness, and which I think is the oud, but it's not an oudy scent, but it's just a woody note, and then leather, this very mild leather, and a lot more greenness from the vetiver. So this is predominantly a bright citrus fruity scent with a touch of greenness and warm spicy greenness, green spiciness, which is put on a bed of some mild leather and feather greenness. So that is what it is. It's so beautiful. I enjoy this scent so much. You can see, if I bring it close, you can see the dent that I have made in this. Like, I have really used the scent. I absolutely enjoyed it, to the point where I have put the Imperial Valley Giza's Imperial Valley in my cart, and I'm getting ready to buy it because I absolutely love it. Like, absolutely love it. These three scents are like, you know, they are fantastic. Okay, they are fantastic scents. I enjoy them. This especially, all three are fantastic, but the Khair Original, I'm going to always have it in my collection because it's the kind of citrus. I don't have a lot of citrus fresh scents that I like, but this is very good, and it layers so well with my Hermes Concentré d'Orange Vert. It is like, it layers perfect, because that Hermes Concentré d'Orange Vert, it doesn't last, but when I layer it with Cur, it's crazy. Like, it's crazy. And so this, again, I would say, because of the notes breakdown, this leans masculine. It's unisex, but I'll say this leans a bit masculine. This is the one that has the most masculine vibe. So I'll say this is about 60% masculine, 45% feminine. This projects for the first hour 15 minutes. Because again, the top is a bit citrusy, so volatile. It doesn't last too long. I would say that it is I lost my touch rate. Yeah, and then for sillage, it doesn't have a huge sillage. Again, like the other two, it's an arm's length, but it leaves a beautiful scent bubble. I've gotten quite a number of compliments on this one, and this might be also because of how I spray. Because of the fact that this is a citrus, I do between 25 to 30 sprays of this, and I also carry it in my bag, and then I will, you know, refresh it almost every 2.5 hours. I do that just to get it going. And the thing is that I enjoy the first 2 hours of this fragrance rather than the bottom of it. So I tend to like to spray it often because I like the top. I really enjoy the top part of it. So, and then when it comes to longevity, again, I'm overspraying, so I get a good 5 to 6 hours from it. And I think for a predominantly citrus based scent, that's really good longevity that I'm getting. So that is on the Khair brand. So tell me which is your favorite. Okay, which one do you like, which one do you not like? But I have given you. So, and number 3 I have the Cur Pistachio, which seems to be everybody's favorite, and number 2 I have the Cur Fusion, and then at number 1 I have the Cur itself. So that's that's me ranking it for now, how I love it. If you have watched this video to this point and you haven't liked, please click the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so that you are always notified when I upload a video. Please don't forget to tell me your scent of the day, and also let's keep chatting in the comment section. Thank you very much for watching this video. I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.